Paul Gaultier fragrances, are they still worth it in 2025? Come here, closer, hit that subscribe button, because otherwise you're gonna miss on a lot of content. Now we can all agree that these are hyped up like crazy. Some of them are worth it, some of them are overrated. And these are all the ones I have. I'm also missing one from the most hyped up ones, which is Le Beau EDT. Let's start with my least favorite one, and it is Le Male Lover. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I think they released it because of the hype. They thought, you know what, our fragrances are hyped, let's release something that is basic, that has nothing to do with the other ones. This is something that I got obviously for a review, and it is almost 95% full, maybe even more, and it is also carrying dust. I never wore it. It is so basic, your basic generic designer fragrance, and it isn't worth it at all in my opinion. It has the original Le Male DNA with a little bit of added vanilla, and I do prefer the original Le Male. Let's move on to my personal favorite JPG, which is Ultra Male. Unfortunately, or fortunately for some people, this fragrance is super duped, and today the dupes became so impressive and the retail price went up. So I'm gonna say it, if you can't get it at a discounter for around 40 euros, 45 euros for 75 ml, go for the dupe. They smell literally similar, but the scent profile JPG came up with is super beautiful. It is sweet, it projects loudly, it is sexy, and it is definitely meant to stand out. People say it is more of a clubbing fragrance. I get that. They want attention, they will get it with this one. I think we can all agree the pear note that this one has is beautiful, and it has a little bit of bubblegumminess, so it is fun to wear. Now the longevity is about 8-9 hours, but the projection is enormous. Probably the one with the strongest projection out of all the JPGs I have. And if you can't afford it and you're looking for the dupe, I think you already know which one it is. After 9 PM does it perfectly, and there are a lot of other ones. You just need to let it macerate for a little bit. And if you don't know how to macerate it, when you first get it, remove the cap, spray it for 10-15 times, and then put the cap on, leave it in a dark space for about 4-6 weeks. Because even on my batch, the longevity was not that good when I first got it. But it is part of the game with dupes. Smell-wise, they are very similar. This one is a little bit on the sweeter side. But for 25 euros, you can't go wrong. Which one should we do next? I think we should do the most overrated one, which is Le Male Le Parfum. As soon as you say it's overrated, people will come at you in the comments. And I think we can all agree that it is the slideshow king on TikTok. Like, you know which slideshows I'm talking about. Me and Bro this summer, me and Bro this winter. Those ones. Now it is nice because it has iris, it has vanilla, but it is super headache inducing, and it is also super synthetic. And I also think that there are a lot of better options when it comes to iris fragrances on the designer side. There's the Valentino Uomo, and there's also the Givenchy Réserve Privée. And obviously, the king of iris fragrances when it comes to designer, Dior Homme Intense. Since it is a JPG, people are still going for it. It is hype. They think it's the best fragrance of all time, which is not true. If you're thinking about picking this one up, you could do better. Moving on to something that had the potential of being the best JPG out of the entire line, which is Le Male Elixir. Please name me a designer fragrance that has honey and vanilla. From the mainstream ones, not the private line ones. Exactly. We don't have a lot. And I think that is the reason why this one is super popular. It smells beautiful. If you're not into the niche fragrances, you want something with honey, I will always suggest this one. But on one condition. You need to give it a full wear before buying it, because when I bought it, I didn't give it a full wear, and then once I went over 6 sprays, the headache this one gave me is too much. That's why I don't overspray it, and I wished that I can overspray this one, but that doesn't take any credit out of it. Lasts for so long, 12+ hours easily. Projection, sillage, enormous. Overhyped, yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I know these aren't Le Male fragrances, but they have the same shape, that is why I included them. Le Beau ones. And let me start with the new one, which is Flower Edition. This was a blind buy, and I blind bought it for a review, and it was a huge mistake. I regretted it instantly after spraying it. It is super basic and the notes were misleading. I don't know what cashmere smells like, but I don't get any cashmere note out of it. What I mainly get is that basic blue fresh fragrance that you can find at any Sephora. Even the Le Beau DNA, it doesn't exist in this one. I don't get that coconut sweetness and it's unfortunate. But a lot of people might like this, depending on which level you're at when it comes to collecting fragrances. If you don't have a daily in the summer, something that you could grab and go, this can perfectly work for you. This is that one fragrance that you can wear every day, every occasion, and you could get away with it. It is missing a lot. It is missing that special JPG touch. However, it is less synthetic than the other two Le Beau. And it does also last. You will get your 8 hours out of it. I did only wear it for one time on my hand, but I could get whiffs of it, so I assume that the projection is strong, which is the case with most of the JPG fragrances. Now let me move on to these two, and I think I should review them at the same time, because they are competitors. They both have the original Le Beau DNA. Let's remove these because they are making noises. Le Beau Paradise Garden, it has the original Le Beau EDT, but it has more freshness, it is minty, and it is a little bit more on the herbal side. Le Beau Le Parfum, it's a blast of coconut, very sweet, very rich, and very strong. The more wearable one, I think you could guess it, is Paradise Garden. Le Beau Le Parfum can be seen as a statement type of fragrance. Something that you could wear when you're going out in the summer, you want to be noticed. It's this fragrance. Now I do have a big dent in both, and this is a big dent when you have a collection like this, trust me. I don't know if you can see it, but this one is half empty. I absolutely love this one, and for a specific reason. The projection I get from this one is stronger than this. Even though this is strong, this is stronger. And the longevity is almost equal. I do get 1-2 hours plus out of this one. It might be because I have it for 3 years now, so it has been macerated, it performs better, but I did hear that the new batches, they are not that strong. But I don't think with these fragrances you will care much about the longevity. What you will care mostly about is the projection and how they can linger in the air, especially in the summer. You can get both of them in the collection and you should be good. That is why I still have them until this day and I didn't sell them. If I had to rank all of these, it will probably be like this. Last place, obviously, Le Male Lover. Then you will have this flower edition. I'm sorry, but it's not for me. Then you will have Le Male Le Parfum. Then you will have Paradise Garden, Le Male Elixir, Le Beau Le Parfum, and finally Ultra Male, obviously. And keep in mind this stays subjective. And for the next video, I want you to tell me which line should I do. Maybe the stronger with you one, I don't know. Thank you for staying until the end. This was Ryan. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and follow me on my other socials at xtraderryan. Peace out.